everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, my Facebook page. Donna L. Holloman here. My vlog is The Spiritual Archer, and The Spiritual Archer is based on my ebook coming out soon, Stranger on an Elevator, a true story that happened in 2012, where I was at work, got on the elevator, stranger came on just behind me, and before we knew it, the elevator disappeared. I'm not sure if that person actually experienced the same thing, but we did have a connection after that, a pretty strong connection. I have since let that go because it was very, very intense for me. Other than that, not long after that experience, I suffered through a tremendous amount of intense feelings, many different feelings that came up, and it could have been from a past life, or could have been from my childhood or growing up. Who knows? I'm not sure. But the best way that I got through that was to embrace each feeling as they came. And this is why I'm here, is to help people navigate those intense feeling nature of a spiritual awakening process. Today I like to talk about karmic relationships, karmic relationships. And not long after the experience of the stranger on the elevator, it's probably maybe 6 months later, I met my soul mirror, and I call him my soul mirror because I feel like he was sent to me as a karmic relationship. There was someone who was just like me, not unlike the twin flame. The twin flame is pretty much the spitting image of you, not necessarily physical image, but the spiritual image of the person, of you. Your mannerisms, your actions, sometimes your thoughts, sometimes your responses to certain circumstances are all kind of you. It's like a total mirror. Well, soulmate is another type of mirror, except it's a little bit more individual and yet more calming. It's not as intense, but it can be very profound. A karmic relationship is also another form of you. Now I'm talking mainly on my experience and from learning about these phenomena over the years, reading many books, listening to a whole lot of YouTube channels, heard about karmic relationship, twin flames, soulmates, spiritual phenomena, and I'm referring to those learning experiences as well, but I'm comparing them as to how they fit with my own, how I resonate with each individual lesson. And a karmic relationship, which I am in now, is I have to tell you how this happened. I had a dream. Now, ever since that stranger on the elevator, I've been having these strange dreams. And one of the dreams, I was walking towards heaven. I guess it was going into a gate. And the gate was two tall pillars. They had to have been at least 10 stories or 20 stories high. But the pillars themselves, once you got closer, was actually angels. And those angels were gatekeepers. And as I got closer to the gate, I couldn't get very close, but as I got closer to the gate, they looked at me, and all of a sudden they threw me into my ex-husband. I'm like, wow! So it was so real to me, and what it taught me was I was able to see me through his eyes, and basically that's a karmic relationship. It was showing me that I'm going to meet my karmic partner, and it's coming soon. Well, I didn't realize that until later. Maybe a few months later, I finally met this gentleman, and it was calming, just like a soulmate. It was easy. It was nicely. As the relationship continues, we have been inseparable since the day we met. In 2012, sometime in November 2012. Now, in the spiritual The stranger on the elevator happened somewhere in February of 2012, February, March, somewhere around there. Well, and that ended, well, I didn't see that person because of the intensity of it, of course. And I moved on. I was studying for my second master's degree at the time, and I wasn't really into a relationship. But when I met this gentleman, I still wasn't really into it. He's very much younger than me. I mean, he's in his 40s, but I was not interested. But I went through with it. It's like I couldn't help it. I had to. It's like my spirit said, this is your lesson. You have to take it. So I took it. I guess I didn't. I don't know if it was a choice. Did I have a choice? I'm not quite sure because it didn't feel like quite a choice, because no matter what I wanted to do, if I wanted to judge him, kick him out, tell him, no, I'm not interested right now, it wouldn't come out. So we have been totally inseparable. And the contrast is, some of the contrast in the relationship is me. I see me in the whole thing, and sometimes it's me intensified. Sometimes I just got to get out of here, get away. But for some reason, I have to, embrace the idea that, okay, Donna, this is what my spirit's telling me in this karmic relationship. How would you like to be loved, or how would you want it to be loved when you were like that? When you saw yourself, when you see yourself, how would you want to be treated? How would you want to be loved? And so that's a lesson that I've come to learn a great deal. And I believe a karmic relationship is going to last as long as you are willing to embrace the fact of loving yourself fully and truly, and not to mention unconditional. Unconditional love is amazing to the point that you don't have any attachment. There's no attachment to unconditional love, which means, so you don't cry over it, you don't fight over his choices or that person's choices, you don't argue about it. You accept the person for who they are, accept that they want, because for one, that is you. It was me. How can I fight me? Why would I fight me? All I want to do is love me. So the best way I can love me is to say, Donna, I love you. Whatever choices you decide to make, I know you can handle it. You go for it. And you have my blessing. That's all I can say. And that's a karmic relationship. Is me loving me through someone else. Or me loving me as another person. Well, that's the best way I can explain a karmic relationship, and that I am in right now. It's joyous. It's not painful. And I believe Dolores Cannon said something a long time ago that I mentioned on YouTube. I mentioned all these teachers that I learned on YouTube. I mean, there's many teachers, but Dolores Cannon is one of them. She said that you will get, if you get into a relationship with someone that killed you in the last lifetime, y'all both can't kill each other again. That's not funny, but I think we just can't. Is that karmic relationship, it's kind of impossible to hurt each other, because I think it's from a higher existence, a higher vibration, even although the contrast is there. And contrast, of course, teaches us lessons as well. So if you're in a karmic relationship, you know what? All you could do is breathe through it and look at it and listen. Listen to the person. Listen past your contrast. Listen past your hurts or feelings, tense feeling natures. Because the more you argue with the person, the more you fight the person, there's that mole again. It showed this ugly head, and you pulled out your hammer. As soon as you pull out the hammer, that mole disappears, and it goes dormant for a little while until next episode or until the next relationship, because you're going to have to face some of those karmic issues until you resolve it. And the best way to resolve it is to learn to love through it. Ride the wave. Spiritual Archer. Donna L. Holloman here. Hey, check out my Facebook page. Go to Stranger on the Elevator and sign up for my ebook launch. Check out my blog, at thespiritualarcher.com. And I look forward to hearing, subscribe to YouTube channel. Check me out. I hope you're getting a thing out of it. Maybe later on I'll get more, more articulate about this subject, because right now I'm in the midst of writing the book, and I hope that I help you through the intense nature of the spiritual awakening process. Thank you so much. Namaste.